Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Ep13 as North German Federation, which might actually be the last episode as North German Federation because we should be forming Germany soon. Well, we still got a little bit of a problem called France over here that we need to be in the war, but the war is going well in our favor. So I think we will be able to do that. Ooh, and there we go, now we are next to Paris already. We've got a bit of fighting over here in Burgundy. We should be mostly fine. Oh, and there we go, there's a good battle started for Paris. Oh, and cancer cranes is unlocked. There we go. Well, now, I suppose we don't have a lot of... Oh, hold on a minute. I suppose we could do that now. Let's see. So, shipyards. Start producing steamships. I know it's not going to be profitable immediately, but it will be. Then we can go for... Oh, right, urban centers. We can use the current markets as well. So, ports, we'll switch to industrial ports. And then fishing wharfs, we can switch to steam trawlers. And, oh, railways. Why don't we have passenger carriages everywhere? We may have inherited a railway or two somewhere, and they weren't using it. But that's at least a start. Oh, explosive factory, right. Let's get this one on. There we go. So that's a bit more production there. That's actually probably going to be very useful for the construction costs. And it looks like, oh yeah, in the south we're now doing pretty good work. For the colonies in Timbuktu. Pan-nationalism is going to be in just a few more months away. Alright, so we had the Gantry cranes underway, but of course that's spread on its own. I suppose after that, right, we want the breech-loading artillery, that makes sense. Well, of course, we're going to get the civilizing mission first before that. We might also want to go ahead and get a couple more universities. Now, let's actually... Is that... Yeah, it's over here. So, Saxony... I'm going to get one in there to get a little but of a synergy boost there. And the Ruhr, we probably want to get one or more, and we'll get probably one more in Westphalia and Silesia. That's going to start increasing our innovation a lot more, because we definitely need to increase that over time. Or quite a bit over time still. And is that... Oh, yeah, that should be another victory over there. How are we doing on Ile-de-France? We already got a quarter of it controlled. And I think Burgundy is going to be... Oh, 83%. So one more battle in there. And then we will be controlling all of that. The battle for Paris has started. Is the enemy losing war support yet? I suppose not yet, because we're not controlling their capital. Not fully anyway, but we are definitely working towards that. And the enemy... Oh, I got massive manpower advantage on these battles. That 200 battalions versus 73 battalions. They had 16,000 men total in there, though. So, panic retreat. That should be probably all of Paris controlled by us now. No, not quite yet. It's 83%, so there's one more battle, and then it will be... Burgundy will be switching hands very shortly as well. And then we control a lot of land in here. Yeah, there we go. That's two of them. So they would actually take the peace deals now. There we go. No point fighting any further. Wait, what? Did we actually lose? No, we didn't lose that. Okay, good. So the Netherlands got a bit of extra land because they are part of our market anyway, so we want to support them. Now we got all of this. Can we form Germany? We can. Let's form Germany. I want to get more loyalists. There's a victory for the German people. There we are. I guess we've probably got a lot of stuff in here that we need to go through, so I'm just going to quickly check the states that we got and check their... production methods and all that. Actually, I suppose what I can do is... where was that again? No, there's the state action. Reset production methods. Just going to go through these. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make, but hopefully it's going to reduce a little bit of the manual maintenance there. Right, so we've probably got a bit of an army again. Is that going to be another... Yeah, there's the 7th German army and the 8th German army. We could probably combine these into one. And we, of course, do need a commander for this. We'll get the offensive planner, actually. I'll give that a promotion. And now I think what we want to do... Oh, actually, did we get the incorporated... No, that's not incorporated. The German stuff is incorporated, though, but that isn't. So we'll get Lorraine underway. That's only 2 years, though, so that's not going to be too... Oh, wow. We almost maxed out our innovation now. Well, that's quite handy. But there we are. I finally have Germany. 3 hurrahs. We got the achievement. So we still, of course, need to get the Berlin Conference, which we are going to start working towards soon enough. I mean, we did get a whole lot more population. We should start increasing the colonization speed up here. which actually hasn't had that much of an impact yet. Oh, inefficient agriculture. Sure, we should follow their advice, I suppose. Oh, wow, we've got 300 construction. Okay, that's a bit expensive. We've also got a massive taxes right now, so let's go ahead and reduce the taxes. We can probably keep the military wages up for a little while. Let the armies recover, and actually, speaking of armies recovering, let's go through the mobilization and set up the supplies over here accordingly. We can get the medical support for all of them. That should reduce some of the potential issues. Now, let's actually have a look at the options. Do we have options for embassies? The homie is a possibility. Not necessarily a good possibility, but it's a possibility. We can't invite anyone. We've got Britain as an ally. We can't have any extras right now. There we are. The fact that we've got Bavaria and everything, I'm really happy about that. And we've got a fairly sizable army now. So I think the next thing is to start focusing on defeating... Oh, embargo by the French. Oh, well then. Oh. Right, oh, we must have had a massive amount of trade routes, didn't we? Yeah, a lot of the trade routes that we inherited. Let's go ahead and cancel these then. So how much are we missing? Oh, right, we still need a massive amount of glass. We need quite a bit of steel and some dyes. Of course, dyes we can go ahead and build up some more in the Niger Delta. Actually, I suppose one of the things that... Oh, right, yeah. We don't have the pump tracks yet, so we can't get the automatic irrigation here. But we can definitely go ahead and build a couple too over there. We've got so many universities that's going to get us to max out innovation for a while. Which is probably not a bad idea, let's be honest. And we've still got a little bit of bureaucracy, so even though it's taking a lot for that, do we have enough to increase institution? No, unfortunately not. Do we have any more? No, we don't have more of those. Let's have a look. Is there government administration buildings that need to be built? So taxation, Isles of Lotharingen is one place that could use a bit of boost there. Maybe we can get another one in Saxony. Oh, and we might be needing a bit of extra railways. Westphalia could definitely use a bit of boost there. Is there anything else that is low in infrastructure? I mean, Rhineland could probably use a bit of boost. But that's about it. We're not in a desperate need for more. Oh, right, and actually Rhineland did that... let's go ahead and make sure to reset the production methods there as well, just in case. There we go, that should be good. And we got the first colonial army is still low strength, because have they still not recruited troops? We've got the barracks. Oh, hold on a minute, did it not complete it there then? They've been completed. Are they not able to... Oh, hold on a minute. They might not be hiring the non-accepted cultures, that might be the problem. Right, in that case, maybe we should go ahead and start switching... Oh, actually, no, we don't want to switch those. National supremacy, we could go for... Well, no, that's not really going too well for us there. We could get one of these, but I don't think that's going to be necessary right now. We still can't get rid of the tenant farmers. We've got the public health insurance and public schools. That's probably as good as it goes. We do want to keep the property to women law on, so that's not really going to help us right now. There's not too much law so we can really try passing. That is a whole lot of things. Oh, right, I suppose the private sector is building a lot of things as well. So what else are we missing? Other than a lot of glass, which, to be fair, we got some glassworks already built. We might build some more, though. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. Let's see, is it glassworks? Let's go with the highest earnings, so Westphalia seems to be a pretty good one. And Silesia could still use another one. And then we'll get another 2 in Silesia. That might get us to a point where once we get another company to build, we could then use the glassworks in there, because I believe we owe all 3 of them, right? No, we don't. Oh, is this one... Oh, right, that's privatizing. Okay. It's not really the worst thing to happen. So Danish nationalist movement is still fairly militant. Although I suspect now we've got a whole lot more loyalists. So the radical numbers are dropping. We've got good legitimacy. That is definitely helping. And how is the colony down here? So that is still growing. But it is kind of reaching the limit of what it can do right now. Well, civilizing mission will be done soon-ish. Oh, actually, do we have any more of the decisions to do? Not right now. I think we need to get the... Oh, we don't have interest in countries. We're going to go for the source of the Nile, at least, as an expedition. Oh, an urbanized German empire. So we got almost 60% of the states have 5 levels of urban center or higher. It's not too shabby. But we can't do the... Oh, no, we can't do that yet. What do we need for it? It's the society. Zeppelins, but no, that's not the one. I do actually wonder. Oh, we even got whaling stations. They're not owned by... In Normandy. Oh, they're probably owned by some of our people, or the, you know, the financial centers in our nation. But of course we can't, alright then, can't do too much about them. I'm gonna go ahead and put all the steel mills to use the water tube boilers, and probably the motor engines as well. It might not be profitable right now, but I want to start going to the way of using the coal already, so that allows us to get a lot more coal mines operational, and also then means that there's going to be more workforce pretty much everywhere available. It might not really help initially, but over time that will actually be quite useful. Can we get... No, we don't want to reduce the clothing production that much. There we go, that's a lot of the universities still underway. And honestly, while that was a bit costly war, well, it wasn't actually that costly war, it was a somewhat costly war. Of course, now it's the construction cost that is eating into our profits a lot, and the investment pool is also drifting downwards a lot. So maybe we do need to increase taxes a bit further. It may not be good for the entire economy. A standard of living for middle strata especially is not looking too great. They are expecting a lot higher standard of living now, because of the higher taxes. Wait, so import route, oh, German market to Jing market. Right, actually, what I should probably have a look at is import demands. We need a lot of glass. Is there good trade routes for that? I mean, China wouldn't be too bad. That would cost a little bit of bureaucracy, but that's fine. We'd also have the trade route with Russia, so we can get that one underway. And then coal we might need a bit. I guess we could import from the British market. I believe, yeah, that was going to be 0 bureaucracy costs there. Can it be... we could import a little bit grain from the Russians. And then any good export, we got a lot of wine. We could export that to the British market, I guess. And maybe the Russian market? Well, that's not really going to be that profitable, so I'm not going to worry about that one. We do have a lot of sugar that we could maybe sell. No, that's not really going to be profitable either. We've got some small arms. But the profits on that is going to be quite small. We do have a lot of iron. We can maybe export through the British market. Get a little bit more trade going, which actually, I'm going to reduce the taxes for now. Once we start running out of investment pool transfers, then we might go ahead and just increase the taxes so we can cover that for the time being. We are now almost 54 million in GDP, which we're actually number 2 in that. In terms of prestige, we're not that far behind Britain either. We are actually trying to catch them up fairly quickly here right now, which is very nice. Standard of living is not that great. We do have a higher population than the British do. Because we have had 2 instances where we increased quite massively in size, so that is most of the reason there, I reckon. So, oh right, Luxembourg is, they're a puppet. They got their own market, which I suppose that makes sense. We've still got 11 countries in our power block. I don't know if we can easily bring in more people to the market. Oh, we got a lot of influence available. Right, so I suppose one of the things that I could do... oh, actually, Papal States. Let's go ahead and improve relations with you. If we can start removing some of the Austria's allies, or at least, you know, improving relations with them, that could be useful. And of course, China is another one we could probably improve relations. And then, okay, Japan, I don't have any interest in there, so I can't do that one. British Raj, maybe we could improve relations with you. And then, I suppose, so we don't really need to fund anyone in here directly. I suppose, you know what, Belgium, let's try to get you into the market as well. We've got a deficit about, well, it's actually 8,000 right now. It might be switching back and forth a little bit. So how much do we need for per level institution? It's about 325. Let's say 350 is when we can probably go ahead and start increasing, which we should be getting that fairly shortly. We've got a little bit government administration building still underway. We've got a whole lot of construction work going on as well. I suppose, what else do we need? Other than a lot of glass, we do start needing a bit of lead and coal as well. Okay, a bit more coal mines. I suppose Silesia would be fairly profitable. We'll get a 5 over there. And then lead mines. Silesia will get 1 in there. Rhineland will get another 1. And then maybe another 1 in Bavaria. It's going to give them a little bit of work to do. The literary rate hasn't really improved too much. We are number 3 in the world, mind you, so it's not too bad. We are now probably maxed out. Yeah, we're maxed out on innovation. We could have up to almost 154, which is probably something that we'll reach soon enough. We're not quite there yet, though. But we've got a decent bit of infamy, so we're going to let that drift downwards. But eventually we'll go ahead and start doing a bit of work on perhaps fighting Russia. Expanding a bit further east. Like, if we can get to these 3 states, for example, that'd be quite nice. Of course, we do need to fight Austria. We needed some land from them. Then, of course, we do need to do a lot of stuff in Africa, which is still a bit of a problem in here. We've still got low tensions with Igbo, so we can't really speed up the colonization too much. How's the... Oh, we could have gold reserves up to 11 million now. Well, that's increased quite significantly. Standard of living is still 11.5, which is not the worst. But it's also not the best. And that's, of course, the average, of course. But, yeah, there's a bit more work to do on that front as well. We do need a bit more engines, I reckon. Go ahead and build another motor industry somewhere. Which I'm guessing is probably going to be the best bet either in Westphalia. Or I suppose Rue might not be the worst idea either. Rhineland, so... Oh, Westphalia is actually... Well, I suppose they don't have the infrastructure there yet. We are building up a railway, though. And that is going to be done fairly shortly. A few more weeks and that's going to be completed. I don't actually want to increase the construction speed any further right now because it's starting to be quite expensive. Especially with the investment pool drifting down very rapidly. Could always just remove 1 or 2 construction sectors somewhere to reduce the cost a little bit. How much do we actually pay for it? 223,000. Okay, steel is a massive cost in there. Of course, that doesn't surprise me. Do we have a steel mill? We do actually have several steel mills over here. Let's get another one in Silesia. Because that is one of the places that we do a lot of construction from. With the 6 construction sectors there. So that is going to be demanding a whole lot of steel. Now we're starting to work on a lot of the mines. And we did get some of the glassworks as well, I believe. Oh, we got the bureaucracy now. Let's go out and get the... I think we're just going to get the health insurance thing. Upgrade it to another level so the population can start increasing a lot further. I mean, it's already increasing over 200,000 per year, which is not bad. But there's room for improvement for sure. And the GDP is still not number 1. How much is the difference between us and the British in terms of prestige? It's about 200. Are we getting any more lead? Oh, wow, yeah, we're leading producer on many things now. My goodness, that is a lot of things. We're not the leading producer in engines. We're not the leading producer on services either, actually. Oh, did we switch all the urban centers by chance? We did. All of those are using the current market now. So I don't really have a easy way to expand in Africa yet. I mean, it's going to take a little bit longer, like, well, quite a bit longer until we get all of this. There's still a bit more provinces in here to colonize in Niger Delta, but it's not too bad. But again, as long as we get a small border with Benin, we can then bring in armies in here. We can fight off the troops there quite easily. I do wonder, though, how's the army? Is that still at 0? That is still at 0. Okay. I'm guessing they are not really... I suppose one of the things that we could do, we'll get a university over here so we can get maybe a bit more educated people. Hopefully that will fix the issues. We do seem to have a lot of issues in here, which I'm guessing it might be... Well, there's a lot of starvation going on in Niger Delta. That's not good. You can go to petition government. They want to pass oligarchy. I suppose... Hold on a minute. Oligarchy is over here, isn't it? Yeah, no, we don't want that one. What was the alternative? National Guard? That's something that we could probably pass. Oh, we've got a whole lot of bureaucracy now. Oh, did we just get another... Yeah, I suppose more and more groups are now... Petit bourgeois is now powerful, and they give the extra 10% bureaucracy there. Right, so let's go ahead and try to pass the... It was National Guard, right? That might cause radical movement to be very radical. But that would reduce the impact from the droughts, floods, and wildfires and extreme winds. That's actually not a bad thing. We'll get that one out of the way. Dangerous movement is now... Ooh, it's still 79 there. Okay, that's going to be a bit rough. Relations are improving, so that's good. Right now, we've still got good relations with Russia, which I suppose actually I'm going to go ahead and... No, we can't even improve that. Never mind. We don't... Oh, no, we do have points, but I suppose we've got good enough relations already. We've got the trade agreement. Eventually, we will turn on them. But that is not quite yet. But we did manage to at least form Germany ahead of time in terms of historical timeline. So that's good. Ooh, need a lot of tools. Go out and get some more tooling workshops then underway. Where's the highest earnings? Brandenburg is a pretty good one. I guess we'll get at least one there. Another one. I suppose there's a lot of tools needed in there, so it makes sense. And then Silesia, we can get another one. That's going to be 3 tooling workshops. That's probably going to be good enough for now. We're trying to reduce... Actually, is that tooling cost... Oh, there we go. We have managed to reduce the construction cost a little bit. It's only like 6,000 thus far though, so there's still a lot more work to do. But that is slowly reducing in size. Or in the costs, of course. We are starting to run a bit low on things to... Oh, right. The private sector is running out of money, so they can't build more than 4 things at once. But they're now getting a bit of the money back in the process, but yeah, that's not looking too great for the private sector. But of course, once the economy improves, which is starting to climb up quite quickly now, we should be able to get a lot more. Right, so our ruler is still a kid. 12-year-old, who's won 1 war against France already. Probably won't be the last one, to be fair. What's this then? Columbia District versus Panakvati. I don't think I'm needed there. I'm guessing that's some of the... Oh yeah, over here in the west. Art of doing nothing. I'm going to say the 10% support there. It does mean the landowners get a bit more strength, but honestly, that's not the worst issue. Right, now we're losing even more money. The investment pool is less than $1 million at this point. A civilizing mission will be done in a few months at least, and after that we'll focus on the military for a little while. We might... we won't have opium, to be fair, so we might not really need the modern nursing. Repeaters we are going to be getting, and I suppose, yeah, we're going to get the ironclads. We could maybe get the max naval bases, or enlistment officers, or... Electric telegraph is not a bad one either, to be fair. Or the hand-crank machine gun. Oh yeah, I want that. Because we are getting the 2 prerequisite techs for that anyway. After that, it might be time to go for a bit of production techs again. Hey, chemical bleaching and human rights. Right, for the chemical bleaching, I suppose that's going to allow us to get at least the... well, technically speaking, we're going to get some more porcelain production, but I don't think we actually want that. But what we do want is the paper bleaching, and that's going to be a lot more paper. That's going to reduce a lot of the cost. But the bone china, we don't really want to reduce the glass production that much, because porcelain is not that high in demand. So we'll keep that as is for now. Later on, we might change that a little bit, but not yet. But there we go. We're still making a lot of money. Is that because we increased the taxes? No. Oh, because we're not constructing that much. Oh, well, that would do it. Right, well, what else do we need then? Fine art is something that we might need some more. And, of course, more dye plantations. Did we get the... We are getting the university up here, which should then allow us to get a bit of qualification. Because right now, they're not really getting anything other than, like, farmers and such. So getting that little bit extra in here will hopefully help. Oh, yeah, we actually got the university there already. Right, we'll get a couple more... dye plantations. We'll get another 5 of them, I think. That's going to be very much needed. And of course, the tech sample over here is not really providing too much work yet. It's better than nothing, but it's not a lot better than nothing. We could maybe get a railway in there. Provide some more transportation. And of course, we might get some... So is the railway... I suppose it's going through here for the most part. I guess the easiest way to check that, actually, is if we take the railway and let's have a look at the... So that one's already got 1. I suppose if we zoom in... No, it's not showing the number. I suppose we can have a look at through here. So Bavaria doesn't have one. We'll try to get some railways built everywhere. Just like at least 1 level on every state. Because that's going to be important later on, reducing the labor usage. Which will be quite handy. Oh, and Danish... well... there's not going to be a revolt in Schleswig-Holstein, although it's not going to be too far off, but I don't think it's going to happen, luckily. So we've got a whole lot of things under construction. We're still gaining some money, at least, so that's quite nice. And the investment pool is still losing more and more money. They are completing another steel mill in Northern Rhine shortly. We might also need to increase the army size a little bit. Let's have a look at the 7th Army, was it? I'm going to get a couple more artillery for this, get it to 40 battalions total. I'm getting, we're going to just use the Alsace-Lorraine or Lothringen as 1. So that's, I think, 3 underway. Yeah, we'll get 1 more in there. So that's going to be a decent bit more artillery. Oh, upgrade all infantry. Of course, that needs to be done. There we go. So that should be all at least slightly better quality now. It might be a bit more expensive for us as well, but that's fine. Those members put 4 demands. Rule folks, they don't really like me. Well, they do like me somewhat. But I think we might go ahead and take the 10% there regardless. Yeah. We'll take the compromise. We will really want to pass the National Guard. The 1st Colonial Army is still low. Yeah, it still doesn't have any actual units there. I'm hoping that we'll start getting a bit of education in there at least. just enough to get the qualifications, especially for the army and then, of course, a lot of the other buildings in here. So there's less unemployment. Oh, Great Britain is starting to colonize in here. Alright, then, yeah, West Africa is a bit crowded at this point. I'm going to go ahead and take one of the smaller armies. Let's see. For example, the Elbe army, you're going to go to the Niger HQ. We'll put an army down there. That's going to allow us to then use that. As soon as we have opening over here, we'll start using that to fight Benin. We can conquer that one. And after that, we can start fighting Sokoto and conquer some more lands in here. So oh, French Empire's having a bit of a fight in there. Or, well, they will be having a fight there against the natives. So yeah, I want to just start expanding in here. Then once we got this state, we'll start probably heading towards Congo. So we can capture that as well. Technically, I suppose what I could do is to start colonizing right there. Right next to Congo. Although this is still the severe malaria, so we don't really want to colonize there yet. What we might do is just start pushing into like Cameroon and all that in here first, and then eventually get there. So we could have up to 155.4 innovation in total. So we got a little bit extra in there currently. Oh, the civilizing mission is spreading, so that's going to be done very, very shortly. Well, that's good. And how's the construction cost? That's still over 200,000. Ooh, debate success. There we go. That might be getting done slightly sooner then. Ooh, and now we can have another interest, as well as we can increase the... Oh. Right, let's increase that one. We might need to get a bit more bureaucracy as well, just to be on the safe side. So we'll go ahead and build another... Let's see, is there any taxation issues? Anhalt could probably get another one, just in case. They've got plenty of peasants there. And then maybe we'll get another one in Hesse. And then, well, that's probably going to be good enough. Just to make sure that we do not run out of bureaucracy while we do those, because those are starting to be quite expensive at 336 per level. So if we're doing two at the same time, we won't actually... Well, that's already using a decent chunk of it, to be fair. But yeah, so that's a bit more work in there. So we've got the civilizing mission. Now is the artillery stuff. And after that, we might go for the... I suppose dynamite wouldn't be too bad. Get that one queued up at the open heart process. Steel railway cars would be quite useful. And then, of course, the rubber mastication. Then we can get the vulcanization, perhaps, as well. So we can start using that for, well, textiles, as well as the machine tools. We will probably get at least a little bit of rubber plantations in Africa. Oh, farm to factories, completed. Road to progress. The industrialists have expressed their satisfaction with the direction being taken by the country as newly built factories. So we get more loyalists from political movements for 5 years, or we get... no, well, I'll take the loyalists. We've got almost 5 million of them already with this... well, still 4.6, but it's not too far off. So we could establish colonial administration, I guess. No, we can't do that yet. We need to have at least 2 states there. And I don't know if the colonial administration, they probably do count for the achievement, but I don't know. I'll need to probably check that. Oh man, private sector is building 1 building. I'm building a lot more than that, let's just say. Also increasing the army size a little bit, which is quite handy. Oh, small revolution. Well, that's not going to fire quite. But yeah, if we can get the National Guard done, that would probably reduce the radicals at least a little bit. Oh, French colony. Oh, right, yeah, they completed that one in there. Well, we'll luckily still have Sokoto between us and the French in here. But yeah, we definitely need to start expanding in here. Our colony is very tiny. I mean, we don't have that high boost yet. I don't think our leader gives any boost for that either. I mean, suppose the leader doesn't really have any traits yet. Oh, there we go, health system level 2. So we do still have enough bureaucracy, so technically speaking, we could go ahead and maybe increase this another level. Reduce mortality even further, which means that the population growth is going to be quite substantial at this point. Popular playwright. Oh, I'll take the 10% success chance. The extra prestige would be kind of nice as well, but that's only a temporary one, so I'm not really that interested in that. Rather, I'd just pass the law faster, which will then reduce the revolution progress speed and all that. As well as, you know, activism is going to be reduced slightly. We'll, of course, need another bit of bureaucracy, so we may need to get even more government administration built. I'm not worry about that later. Oh, wait. Britain? You're not allowed to be here. Well, I suppose we will... I don't know if we'll actually be closing you in there. Because they are building... Oh, no, they're not growing right now. They'll basically just have a opening in there. Or, well, yeah, because that's... I think that's going to be just one section over there that we are colonizing. So at least it doesn't allow you to colonize the same thing anymore, which is honestly quite nice. I'll be honest. Do they actually have a room for port in here? Oh, they do. Empty pockets. Oh, brilliant. We can reduce its political movement attraction. So the Danish nationalism movement will then be less of a problem for us. Oh, the railway's been built, right? I don't know if we have troops or workers in there yet, but that's going to start reducing the demand for the transportation. I don't actually know how much... is that just population consumption? Yeah, that's just pop consumption there. Alright then. That's a lot of the railways at least built. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.